Okay. Anyway, welcome back. This is just kind of a follow-up video. I'm still in the hello world stage of everything. And, oh yeah, by the way, that's my man cave sign. I need to actually put my badges and stuff back up on it. But anyway, oh, excuse me. Still getting, I love my coffee cup, by the way. Anyway, still getting over Dragon Con 2018 a little bit. Alright, to explain a lot of my channel and things that I'm going to be doing with it. This, like I said, this is focusing on the prop and costume builds, but I also need to work on outfitting my shop and just kind of getting everything going. And I've been doing some research on using the Xbox 360 cameras as a 3D scanner. Let me grab this for a second. I ended up actually picking up this at my beautiful webcam, my camera rig right now. It's actually a PlayStation 3 camera, or is it PlayStation 2? I can't remember. It was PlayStation Eye, anyway. Could be either one. I just can't never remember which one. And actually, the PlayStation camera is actually a really good camera, by the way. I use it a lot. For some reason, I'm having issues lately, which not seem to be working, but then it'll start working again. So, but yeah, you actually have to find the drivers for it to use it with a Windows PC from a company called Code Labs, and then this is the 360 Connect. I'm going to be looking at picking up a Xbox One Connect. There's a pawn shop near me that actually usually has all sorts of really good stuff. And so I ended up getting my Connect for like $20 or something like that. I ended up getting about $30 worth of stuff because I told them, hey, I'm using this for my YouTube and for various things, and so if you're willing to cut me a deal on, it was like either 25 or 30, but basically it was they were like, all right, fine, we'll let you have it for the 20. And so I told them that, hey, I will mention, Cartersville Main Street Pawn as one of my sponsors, if they let me do that. So, anyway, I've been working on some things with the Connect. I'm also going to be doing some stuff with the Homebrew Vive, and so costuming is something that I do so that I can show off props that I've made more than me being a cosplayer. I don't have. Oh, okay. It's the only one that I have nearby, but this is something I'm more just kind of fooling around with, just seeing what I do and where it goes, because I kind of somebody was telling me that I should just, lock that in place, but I actually kind of like having that, so that way I can, make it power up, and then do some sort of, power blast. I also kind of like the, being able to crack it down. I may end up actually putting, crystals or some sort of, glass gems here with LEDs down in here. So that way when I pop, when I take it into, the pistol mode, I guess you could say, and do an interesting effect like that. I may even end up actually kind of adding lights and things like that. Right now I'm kind of just going through a lot of my, just a lot of my props, seeing what I can do and where I can go with it. So I am going to try to be doing as many this is what I'm building videos as possible, but a big component of what I'm doing is still kind of the Iron Man thing. Hence the reason why my logo, if you look at it, which, let's see, if that's the window, and then usually down there is, I've never actually looked at somebody else's YouTube page, like, or anybody else's, YouTube page, where they're watching it on there, so I never know whether or not the little icon down at the bottom of the corner is going to be the person viewing it or the person whose channel it is. Then again, I should probably maybe pay attention, to when I'm watching videos. That might give me a clue. I just kind of watch the videos. I don't really pay that much attention to anything else on the screen, really. Part of what I have going is I'm a high-functioning autistic. I tend to focus on the details that I'm concerned with, and then if it's not pertinent to what I'm doing, it may or may not register with me. So the next time I watch YouTube, I'll see. But basically, it's like down below the video off to... it'll be that corner for y'all people. There'll be the user icon, which, if you've seen mine, it's a Tron Legacy disc with an arc reactor in the middle. Can't remember who it was that made that for me. It was actually a guy in the RPF where I was just saying, because I was the only one on a specific group meetup thread that didn't have their own avatar, and so I was like, I was saying I just didn't know how to put one together, described what it is that I wanted, and the guy's like, well, here, how's this? And then I was like, that was actually pretty good. I was like, if I could actually get, it was like one or two, really minor changes, and he's like, okay, hold on. And about 10 minutes later, I think he posted the new one. He's like, how's this? I was like, oh, that is actually what I was thinking, pretty much, other than, there was a couple of color changes that I might have done to it had I really been thinking much about it. So, but yeah, that's part of why it is that I have the logo that I do, is I've always been interested in the Tron world. The story, everything else were really cool, but the whole concept of VR, I remember back in the 80s, I loved VR, because I was like, and I saw the potential for this. Because when I looked at the original VR hardware, I was just like, oh my god, that crap is bulky. I already saw this. I was 7, 8, 9-year-old kid. And I had already seen, okay, yeah, computers used to be, whatever, and now they're still big, but, so things get smaller. So I saw how VR was going to evolve and everything, and apparently the people that were involved with it figured, hey, okay, this is going to go nowhere because nobody's interested. I'm glad that companies like HTC with the Vive, Oculus, and so forth ended up coming up with what they came out with, so that really good. And so I'll be doing a homebrew Vive, because the arc reactor in my logo is from I'm still kind of obsessed with Iron Man, but for me it's the armor and his workshop that I like. I'm not really what you would call a comic book fan per se. I like things from it. And so one of the things that I intend on doing is a Tony Stark drafting table. Eventually an entire room. So I will be using some sort of, there's actually various heads-up displays that I've seen that basically look like glasses that I think will be very good for this. So I'll be able to actually take, say, a light pen or something. This actually goes to, I have a Wacom 510 DTF as my second monitor, and so I'll use this for when I'm doing digital sculpting and stuff. But I want to take and have an infrared LED up here where I can go and and basically interact with that way, so I can actually have kind of the 3D free air drafting, and various other things. I haven't really come up with the details because I'm still in the research phase on that. So part of what you will be seeing in my video. In fact, probably the larger component of it will be talking about and demonstrating, once I get things worked out, the various things that I'm doing to build my workshop as well. As I said, the costuming is a promotional thing, really, for me to show off the props that I've built to get commissions for it. And I mean, I do have fun with cosplay, but like I said, for me, the cosplaying itself is really just the means to the end. So I've got props that I need to repair. I love this thing as a staff topper for a banner that you may have seen at Dragon Con using the original logo. And so I'm going to end up, I have a very large fake, oh, here it is. So I'm considering doing something like this with it, and then maybe putting an LED, putting LED in the bottom. You know, this one has one, but the whole thing broke, so I'm going to end up replacing that. But then have something, you know, try to make it so this entire piece glows. I may even end up giving a color change or something. So right now I'm having some fun basically in my design phase, and we'll go from there. Okay, my little dragon is in the other room. So, yeah, those of you who saw the little red dragon that I had that wrapped around the top of the flagpole thing, I actually have my eyes set on a permanent dragon that's where that one will be. And then I'll have the other little one that's the one that I'll have on me, kind of as a part of the thing, part of my character of the Imperial Nerf Herder. I kind of like seeing what I can add in various things. One of the things I like is the symbiote from Spider-Man, and I also like the Iron Man nano armor, and kind of having something where, like, little dragon being a wristband or put it like around my neck, and it actually being a symbiote or a nanobot construct, you know, is something that if I were the character that I'm cosplaying, that is one of the things that I would do, is I would have this little thing that, you know, is with me, and oh yeah, if I wanted, I can send it after the remote control to bring it back, or if, you know, the aliens or whoever in various Marvel, DC, whatever attack, you know, then it's just okay, and then it turns into my suit, my armor, whatever. So some of what I'm doing is I am having fun. I'm too lazy to write fanfic, and so this one of my costumes is going to be my fanfic, basically, and so I am gonna have some fun with that. I am going to try to I have a Tron Legacy suit that I'm actually going to be using as the basis of it, and with that I'm actually planning on, you know, adding, like, where I have the Tron Legacy, where the suits light up. I actually have a Sam Flynn suit that's pretty good quality that I'm using as a base. I'm actually thinking about maybe doing a red overlay, or I am planning on getting a all red Zentai suit that I'm going to take parts from my existing Deadpool suit, which is very good. I got it from a place called DIY Cosplay. With them, I recommend more if you're building your own suits. They are a great place to go to get high quality suits, but they're the ones that I go to when I plan on taking what they send me and cutting it up and using parts of it and actually building a better costume. If you really want to get great suits and costumes, HeroesTime.com. And no, I am not affiliated with them, anything else. I don't get a discount from Heroes Time. I didn't get a discount from DIY Cosplay. It's just, Heroes Time is the one that I personally that's my first go-to. It's just DIY Cosplay had a suit that it was suitable, and it gave me all of my accessories, the belts, the pouches, the straps, and everything. And great, like I can take all of the black parts of that off, put magnets, and then put magnets into my Zentai suit, and then just pop those on and be ready to go. So I'm gonna kind of see how that develops as I'm building my suit. That will be in there. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. I just wanted to kind of follow up, and that way, as you're going on, you're expecting, well, why is he talking about computer hardware and everything in a video when where's the prop that he's doing? This is going to be everything I'm doing with this channel is focused on my goal of being a cosplayer, but it's not just like the other cosplayers out there where their whole thing is the cosplay. The cosplay, and as I said before, even though it is a promotional tool basically to show the props and things that I'm building, it is actually part of a larger project. I'll be discussing this on my Crafty Bastard channel. So, I hate to have to make people watch 2 or 3 different channels to get the entire story, but what I'm focusing on this channel is the things that I am doing that fit within this channel's umbrella. The Crafty Bastard will be where I probably will focus more on the building of like my various hardware for my workshop. And this channel will be more where I tend to focus more on the actual use of the hardware. So if I'm going and, like, I may even actually, I don't know if I'm going to take this one, but I will probably end up getting one that I can use as a drafting tool. I'm looking at how to integrate, like, real-world objects into it, because one of the projects that I have in my overall thing is video gaming hardware and the ability to use whatever object you want. Scanning, depending on how good the camera is and things like that are, even being able to say, take something like this and you scan it. You let your cameras get the picture of it, get the thing so it can track the motion, so that this can go from being a sonic screwdriver to a lightsaber, to an energy whip while within the game. It just all depends on like how you hold it, things like that. So a lot of these ideas are still kind of just going. I have to catch up on a lot of research that life kind of kept me from, so I found out a few things over the weekend that just blew my mind in terms of the advancements and all. So, like I said, just to clarify, this channel is focusing on the parts of what I'm doing that fall within this umbrella. The Crafty Bastard channel, I probably won't be explaining, like, if I'm when I finally get to the point of building my Tony Stark drafting table, I will probably talk maybe a little bit about its use in my cosplay and things like that, but that's the channel that really is more for this is what I'm building and this is how I built it. And then in my personal blog, which is, it's my YouTube and I'll blog if I want to, that one will be more where I really get more into detail about what the things that I'm doing with the Imperial Nerf Herder, what I'm doing with the Crafty Bastard, how those fit into the overall, like, everything that I'm doing. So, anyway, thank you for sticking with me, and, to Mike, I know I say a lot, but I'm working on it, okay? Anyway, thank you for watching, and, we'll see how this develops.